Hello, my name is Todd Wickstrom. I am the host of the Doc Stanley Show here in the ACG Network every Thursday night at 7:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of my story and why I'm so excited about this opportunity, what I really believe is the ultimate alternative career, and let you know what attracted me to it. But first, I wanted to share just a little bit of my background, and so you know how I got to this point. I started off to be a chiropractor. I dropped out about halfway through to go to medical school, and then instead of going to medical school, my college roommate convinced me to go into business with him. So instead of becoming a doctor, I became a partner in a Chinese restaurant and have more or less been in the food business ever since. And in one way, shape, or another, I've been in the barbecue business. I've owned a jazz club. I've owned bakeries. I was the managing partner of a deli in Ann Arbor, Michigan, called Zingerman's Deli, and which I still believe is the best deli in the universe. 2002, I think it was. Inc. magazine came and did a cover story on us and called us the coolest small company in America, which is obviously a lot of hype to live up to, but also a lot of responsibility that comes with that. And I started a food company in 2002, 2003 called Heritage Foods USA that's still going strong to this day. And we work to protect rare and endangered breeds of animals, from turkeys to pigs, and we sort of jokingly say that in order to save them, you have to eat them, right? So building a demand. But over the years, I started doing more and more consulting and started working with a lot of different businesses at so many different industries, from a gelato manufacturer to a publishing house to a slaughterhouse, as you might imagine, to a loose leaf tea company, to a health coach business where we grew from 6 to 120 employees in about 18 months. That was intense. But what I realized after doing all this consulting with so many different people is that they all have the same issues. As long as there's people that are involved with the organization, as human beings, we're broken and we're a mess. And so I really started focusing on leadership and team building, and have been working primarily with healthcare providers for the last about 2 years now, sort of coming back full circle, and been able to really help teach leadership and team building and culture building with clinics and practitioners literally around the world. And in addition to having people as part of the complication of growing a business, one thing that I've realized is that so many of healthcare providers, whether it's physical therapists, occupational therapists, chiropractors, even if we're in private practice, we really struggle to make money, and it seems that we're just on this hamster wheel. And maybe we are blessed to have a fancier hamster wheel, right? Maybe our office looks nicer, or there's better services that we can provide. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, we don't have any more money in the bank than we had last year. So I've been doing a lot of private coaching with a lot of physical therapists, primarily in the last few years. And what I've really been searching for is a solution to really be able to help them not have to practice so hard every single day. And many of them are in toxic work environments, looking to get out of it, and really looking to be able to have a more passive but residual income. And so I searched many different opportunities, really to help the practitioners be more successful with what they're doing. And when I found iBoomerang, I'm much like you, I'm sure you're much like me. The thought of network marketing, even the term makes me cringe a little bit. And there's a number of reasons that I hate network marketing. It goes from starting with the only way you make money is when people spend money, and they're having to spend money on a product that they weren't using before, usually, right? It's a new oil, or it's a new drink, or it's something that's not a part of their lifestyle. And then you have to now become an evangelist and believe, or pretend to believe, that now you found the fountain of youth. And then you have to get other people to sign up and to share that same sort of passion. And it's just not natural, right? And so we're asking people to do something that is out of the ordinary. And so for me, while I really don't like network marketing, because there's so many examples of just people getting screwed, frankly, right? Or you have to spend so much money on inventory to buy product to qualify for this rank or that rank, and it just gets insane. What I love about iBoomerang is it is a disruptor. One of my favorite books that I've been reading for the last few years over and over again is a book called Exponential Organizations. And Exponential Organizations talks a lot about where in the world did these things like Uber and Airbnb come from, right? They've completely disrupted or transformed their entire industry. So I've always wanted to be connected to that sort of an organization, but trying to create one from scratch didn't make a lot of sense. And when I was first told about iBoomerang and was told that there's nothing to sell, and it was so foreign to me, I didn't know what that meant. I love the idea of network marketing being that you get a chance to build a business with the people that you brought to the team, right? You don't have to work with somebody that, your boss hired that you can't stand to be with. So I love that part. I also love the part about helping each other and really creating a team to support each other. And I think that, the other thing in that book that it talks a lot about is that if you were successful in the 90s or the early 2000s, if you apply those same strategies and tactics and systems to your business going forward in the future, you won't be able to survive, right? Because the world is changing so fast around us. So I'm in love with iBoomerang because I just give somebody a boomerang and they save money, and I don't make any money until they save money. It's genius. And it's also not about travel. So it's starting with travel, but it's already moving into a rideshare as well, called VibeRide. It's also moving into a cell phone company, and it's also moving into other opportunities to save money. So what it's really doing is building an aggregate, this data, and really being able to take that information and go to the Lowe's or the Home Depot and say, look, we have 1 million people that are a part of our group that were just last week looking at Weber grills. Let's do a promo and do a flash sale at all of your stores across the country. You get the idea. So it's the opportunity that you have, that I have, that I'm so excited about, is that there's nothing to sell, and you only make money when people save money. It is absolutely a disruptor. So I'd love to talk to you more about it. If you want to schedule a time, I'll put the link to my schedule down below. Happy to jump on a call with you. But I love the work that we're doing with all of the people in healthcare primarily. Like, I don't want people to quit their jobs, right? I want them to continue to provide great care, to their clinics, to their clients that are not surgery, that are not pharmaceutically driven, right? But it's really based on love and consideration. And what I love about working, especially with OTs and DCs and PTs, is at the very end of all of the work that I do, there's literally 2 people in touch with each other. And I think that that's the way that we can make a huge difference. So I'm really committed to growing a big team through iBoomerang. Kristen and Chad and Eric, and we've got so many other people that are already a part of it. I would love to have you consider being on our team as well, and I'm happy to talk more about it soon. So just click the link below, jump on a call, and let's see if this is going to be a good fit for you too. All right, take care. Look forward to seeing you soon.